up, guys?
Did I not brush my hair? What the fuck?
Welcome back to my channel. Happy Sunday. Today is Storytime Sunday. If you're new to my channel, my name is Storm Stranger and I tell stories every Sunday. I am going to be uploading another video sometime this week. That is not a story time, it's more of a rant video, so be prepared about that. So, this story time, I wasn't really gonna tell for a while. I was gonna like keep it for later, but you know, I feel like maybe I should tell you guys this story and kind of give you guys like a background on a little bit of my life and how I mention all these surgeries that I've had, been in and out of the hospital, and you'll probably be like, where's those stories? Well, here is the first story. You guys already read the title and you're like, what the fuck? How did the Jonas Brothers wake you up from a coma? It is a true story. Like I said in all my ones, you don't have to believe me on my stories. It's up to you. At the end of the day, I know what I'm saying is true. It's up to you if you want to believe me or not. This is a true story. Before I start the story, I'm going to give you a little bit of a background on my life. I'm not going to do too much because there's a lot that I've been through. So I'm gonna kind of like make other story time videos with like my surgery videos. Not all my surgeries, because I've had a total of 38 surgeries in my life, and I'm not going to be making a story time for every one of those, but I will be making story times on my major back surgeries, my leg surgeries, and my broken back stories. So those ones are the main ones that I kind of like really remember. I've had so many surgeries that I've just kind of mentally blocked most of them out because just a lot. So I'm gonna tell you guys what I remember. So, little background. I am 32 years old. I was born in 1990. February of 1990. So yes, I'm a Pisces. The day I was born, the doctors actually told my parents, like, listen, you need to go home and try for another one because this one's not gonna make it through the night. And so my mom kind of like emotionally detached herself from me, which I don't blame her. It's just a human thing. You gotta kind of prepare yourself for the worst. So she already detached herself from me before she can get even more hurt and lose me after she's attached. So love my mom. There's nothing wrong with what she did. Don't think that she abandoned me because she didn't. She's still in my life. She did raise me and so did my dad. But in that time, my dad knew right away, like, nope, she's a fighter. I'm gonna believe in her. You know, she's gonna get through this. And he was right. Here I am. I was born with something called Conradi-Hernemann syndrome. And I'll put it up here. It's very hard to say. I used to say it wrong for the longest time. Every time I go to a new doctor and I tell them about my syndrome, they have no idea what it is. So they have to go away for weeks just to study it, come back, and then tell me what they think is wrong with me. So that's really hard because it's a very rare disease, and that's another reason why I make YouTube videos and why I'm going to share this story is because I want people to be aware of this, and hopefully one day they can be. With the technology these days, it's way better, and I would hope that somebody that was born with my syndrome would be able to live as long as I did with the technology. But since it was the 90s, there was no way of knowing what I have, where I got it from, how to treat it. So they just kind of went with the flow of things and figured it out on the way. Thanks to my doctors, they saved my life. I'm here today, 32 years old. I like to say that I'm the oldest person with my health condition, but I don't want to say that because I don't know that for a fact. I just don't know of anyone else who has Conradi-Hernemann syndrome. So if you're watching this and you have it, or you know somebody who has it, please comment and please tell me, and please let me know how old they are because I really want to know. I don't want to take the spot of saying, oh, I'm the oldest, when there's probably someone older than me that's thriving better than me. But I can say that I am a survivor. I'm a warrior. I've been through a fucking lot. I'm here to share with you guys what I've been through, and it's not for any type of, I want you to feel bad for me, I want you to feel sorry. Like, I don't like that. I don't want any of that. These stories that I tell you guys are not for your sympathy. They're not for you to feel bad for me. They're not for you to feel sorry. They're for you to walk away with them and get inspired and say, hey, like, this girl went through this, I can get through that. What I like to do when I'm going through a lot in my life, I like to watch story times on what other people are going through, so I can kind of not really compare but feel a bit better. Like, you know, at least I'm not going through what they're going through, and then you guys can think, well, at least I didn't go through where she's going through, you know. So it's all a matter of how you see life why. I'm here for a reason, and I'm here to share my stories with you and hopefully inspire you guys to never give up on your dreams and your hopes. Anyways, let me get into it. Conradi-Huneman syndrome. I have it. I will make another video talking more about it. If you guys don't want to look it up yourselves and you're too lazy, I'll make a whole separate video of just basically talking about what this syndrome is and what it contains and all of that. The main thing it does contain is the skeletal system, and so my spine was really fucked up for the longest time. My first back surgery was when I was like 6 years old, 1996, and from there I just kept on having multiple surgeries to kind of fix it as I was growing. When I reached around 16, it got really, really bad. I ended up becoming terminal, which means I have given a certain amount to live. I've already accepted the fact that I might, you know, die tomorrow or die next week. That's a really weird thing to go through, is to have your death date prepared, and you have to prepare for that and get everything out of your system until it's time to go. And that's what I did. At this time, I was at a regular high school, and they actually took me out of this high school, and I will do a whole other story on why. But they took me out because I became terminal, and they put me into a hospital school. During 4 years of my high school experience, I spent it in a hospital school. I was basically as 16 or 15-year-old sitting next to a 4-year-old doing algebra while they're doing multiplication or addition. Like I said, I've had a lot of back surgeries, but there's this one particular back surgery that I needed, and if I did not get this back surgery, I would have died in 2013. I was given this information when I was 17 years old. I was sitting in a big room with a bunch of doctors, a bunch of lawyers, my dad, my mom, my stepdad, everybody was there, and they gave me this information. They laid it out to a 17-year-old that if you don't get this surgery, you have this much time to live. If you do get this surgery, there are precautions. You could end up surviving it and coming out completely healthy and living a normal life, or you could end up having your ass wiped by somebody else and you being fed by somebody else for the rest of your life, aka a vegetated state. And in that moment, I was like, okay, I would never want to live, you know, like that. So I automatically, without even a second guess, I took the paper and I signed my DNR. And if you don't know what a DNR means, it means do not resuscitate, which means if somebody is dying, you cannot save them. You have to just let them die. Signing your DNR, especially at 17, is really hard, you would think, for most people, but for me at that moment, I had hope, and I knew that if I got this surgery, even if I didn't survive, it would have still probably saved other people's lives, which it did. And I was the first one to get this particular back surgery. When I got this particular back surgery, I don't know what the percentages are of if I'm gonna die, if I'm gonna survive, or if I'm gonna be in a vegetable state. I didn't give a fuck. I just signed the DNR and I said, let's go. Let's do the surgery. When is it? They said February 25th, 2008. My birthday is February 27th. That year, I was gonna be turning 18. So on February 8th, the Jonas Brothers were in town. At the end of the month, I'm having this big surgery, so I'm gonna do this. Fuck Make-A-Wish. They're not even going to grant my wish yet. I'm still on the waiting list. Can't wait. So my dad was like, you know what? Let me go get you some tickets. So he got me some tickets. He got me, my friend Lacey, my friend Ashley, him, and my friend Rebecca tickets. Ashley and Lacey could not go, but Rebecca, me, and my dad went, so we had 2 extra tickets left. While we were waiting in line, we are trying to scope out some people to maybe sell these tickets to, because they're not just front row tickets, they're backstage passes, meet and greet. So we're like, okay, let's sell them because they're expensive. We need to sell them so we can have the money. Then, as I'm looking around, I see this girl in this wheelchair. And if you know a Jonas Brothers song, you know, that's just the way we roll. Now, if you know that song, on the back of her wheelchair it said, that's just the way I roll. I said, that girl. I like that girl. She's cool. Saw her mom, and they're at the box office, sitting at the box office. And I see her mom so excited. And as soon as they got the news that their tickets are not there, the mom just completely lost. She just went so sad and started crying. These tickets that they were supposed to get were actually Make-A-Wish tickets. And Make-A-Wish, fuck you guys, did not come through for this little girl. She had no tickets, and she wasn't even gonna do a meet and greet. She was just a regular, you know, concert ticket. And this little girl, she has some type of, I don't know what she had, but she couldn't show any type of emotion. She was fully paralyzed, and the only one that can really tell the difference between her happy and her sad is her mom, because she knows her very well. I witnessed this whole thing. I was like, okay, this is fucked up. So I go up to this lady and I was like, so Lisa, what happened? She explained to me the situation, and that made me mad. So I went back to my dad and I told him, and I said, you know what, I think I need to give these tickets to them. She's like, are you gonna sell them? I'm like, no, I'm not gonna sell them. I'm giving them for free. And these tickets are worth a lot of money. They meet and greets, front row, and I give them to this lady, and she just starts crying. She doesn't even see that there's meet and greets. She just sees that there's just a concert ticket. She tells her daughter, she's like, oh, we got tickets. I was like, no, wait, but look at the ticket again. And she looks at it and she's like, she tells her daughter, and her daughter is just, you can kind of see, she can't show any type of, just her aura is just excited. We kind of just hang out for a while before the show, and then start waiting in line to go to the meet and greet. And then I go in, you know, I see Kevin, I see Joe, I see Nick, I introduce myself and everything, and then right away I say, you know what, wait, this little girl, she was supposed to come here for a Make-A-Wish, but they didn't go through with their promise to her. So I gave her these tickets, you know, she loves you guys. And as soon as this little girl wheels up to the Jonas Brothers, she just completely lights up and she smiles for the first time. And her mom's never seen her smile, and her mom just bawled her eyes out and was just freaking out. She's like, oh my god. The people in line were just fucking like, why do these bitches get like 10 minutes with them when we get 2 seconds? I was talking it up with Nick, Joe, Kevin, all them, and then Nick was like, you know, I got a special song that I'm premiering tonight, and I'm gonna dedicate it to you girls, because you're very strong and inspirational. Because I already told him about what I'm gonna be getting. I'm gonna have my 36th surgery soon, and like, this is kind of my Make-A-Wish and hers, and they're like, this is so cool. Little Frankie Jonas was there, he's the little one. So later on, we're in you know, we're front row watching the concert, and Nick Jonas started playing A Little Bit Longer, which is the song that he wrote about him being in the hospital and surviving diabetes. The song goes, got the news today, doctor said I had to stay a little bit longer and I'll be fine.
Got the news today, doctor said I had to stay a little bit longer and I'll be fine.
So we performed that song, and it became one of my favorite songs. I was obsessed with it, played it all the time.
Okay, so there's me on the left, and then there's Nick, and then there's Joe, and then there's Rebecca, and then there is Kevin. I don't know if you guys can tell, I have like a little bit of a hunch in my back. I cropped it back in the day because I was so incredibly self-conscious about it. Kind of see my stance is really hunched over. I don't have many pictures of my back, but if I can find them, I will show them to you in a different video. But this is kind of all I got. You can kind of see I'm kind of hunched over.
Fast forward to my surgery, which was my 36th surgery in 2008 on the 25th. They put me under, and because the surgery was so extreme and so precise and to the point, they had to put me into an induced coma so my body could set, because any type of movement would have made my back break. Now, when they did the whole spinal surgery, I mean, they flew doctors from around the world. This type of surgery has never been done before, so they are very, very nervous, and they've even made a model of my spine to work on before that, which I could show you in another video. I ended up having the surgery, and they put me in an induced coma. A couple days later, I ended up turning 18 years old. I am now legally an adult at the Children's Hospital. I was in this coma for about a month, and halfway through, they couldn't take me out because insurance wouldn't cover it. I was already 18 and not a child anymore. They were kind of freaking out, especially we can't wake her up, so she might slide into an actual coma. While I'm in this coma, I gotta tell you, this shit was fun. While I'm in the coma, I'm experiencing all kinds of weird things. The only thing I can really think of is if you've seen Stranger Things, when 11 goes into her little mind and it's just all black, and you can just kind of see a picture appear anywhere. Like, you can see what's his name just sitting on the couch talking shit about her, and then it kind of disappears. That's kind of what it's like. I see my mom's friend on the computer in the corner. I'd see my dad, see my mom kind of putting up posters here, music here and there. I was in an induced coma, so I was kind of aware, kind of not. Weird dreams. One day, I don't know what day it is. I don't remember what day I woke up. Actually, I should know that because that's a very important day. The day that I woke up, my mom, I guess, put on, you know, the Jonas Brothers CD that has A Little Bit Longer on it, and right as A Little Bit Longer started playing, I started waking up from my coma, and everyone was like, what the fuck? So I woke up, and that was the first thing I heard was Nick Jonas's voice singing the song A Little Bit Longer. Here I am today. I'm surviving. I'm not paralyzed. I can walk. I can talk. I can barely walk, actually. I still have to have foot surgery because my foot's kind of broken still. It's been broken for a couple years now. Yes, I'm walking on a broken fucking foot. Sorry this story was long. I just told you mostly the backstory. So yeah, that was my 36th surgery. The Jonas Brothers woke me up from a coma. I don't know if it was a coincidence or if it was actually the song that woke me up. I don't know what the fuck it was. So I gotta thank Nick, Joe, and Kevin for just making music and being amazing. I have been to every single one of their concerts here in Colorado. I just saw them in Red Rocks, I think like sometime last year.
Joe looking me dead in the eyes made me melt. Joe Jonas, I don't know if you are watching this, but when you acknowledged my sign, I lost my shit.
They put me and my friends on the Remember This Tour page.
And that was fucking amazing. Yeah, so if you're watching this, Nick, Joe, Kevin, Frankie, Denise, Kevin Sr., I can name all y'all. I just want to say thank you. And I've been wanting to make this video for a while now. Maybe it was just a coincidence. Maybe it's just the universe saying it's time to wake up. And we're gonna play some music for you. Yeah, that was my story of how the Jonas Brothers woke me up from a coma. If you guys want more stories about my crazy life, I have so many stories out there. So I have a lot to share with you, so if you would like to see more stories, if you would like to hear more about this condition that I have and kind of educate yourself on it, I will make another video on that, or you can just look it up. I'll put the word on the screen so you guys can type it out and look it up. Maybe you guys can figure out a cure for it. Maybe you guys can figure out there's other people with it. I don't know. But like I said, if you are familiar with this syndrome and you know somebody who has it or you have it, please let me know, because I need to not feel so alone in the world. It's very hard dealing with something that not a lot of people have. But I'd like to educate myself on what other people have gone through with this as well. But like I said, I'm gonna make so many more videos on how I broke my back. I mean, I broke my back twice. I mean, one of the times the rod came out of my back, literally, and then the time when my wound vac just completely stopped working and I ended up getting MRSA, which is a very deadly blood disease that you can die from, which I almost died from. I can tell you guys that story, all these stories, but you guys have to subscribe. Don't know where my subscribe pillow went. Can't find the subscribe pillow, but you know what the subscribe button looks like. I'm sure you do. It's a big red button. Press it. I know you'll like pressing red buttons, so just press it. When I see a red button, I want to press it. Thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry this video was like all over the place and it just probably didn't make any sense. I don't even know if I'm gonna post it. It's literally Friday right now. It is Friday.
Okay, quick shout out to Jonas Brothers on Twitter. They tweeted this on the day I made this video, which coincidentally enough is actually the 14th anniversary of the song, a little bit longer, which I had no idea until just a second ago. I am kind of freaking out, but whatever, what are the odds?
So I have a day to edit this video. Sorry if this one was kind of messy and confusing. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Please leave a comment. Share my video on Twitter. That's all I have for today. Catch me on Twitter, catch me on Instagram, catch me on Twitch. Put the links below in the I'll put the links below in the description box. Thanks guys, bye!